Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation that you find yourself in. And as always, we have the three piles starting with group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. If you'd like a private session with me, you can find the information in the description box below. That being said, I will leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen this beautiful feather, then this is going to be your reading. This feather is actually sent in as a gift from one of the beautiful followers here on the channel, Ray from Oregon. She also sent me this amazing t-shirt because I also wear a Utah t-shirt as well sometimes. So it's nice to see. Maybe you're from here or you have some connection to Oregon. Yeah, so there's all the selections today are actually from Ray, so thank you for sending those in. Another little shout out I wanted to do before I start your reading, group 1, is the little crystal picker, Jackson, my son, who chooses the items for the readings. If you're new here, it is my little guy that likes to choose them, and sometimes he delivers a message with them as well. He selected which place the feathers and the pumice will go for this reading. But anyway, he is fundraising for a heated swimming pool. They already have a swimming pool at his school, but they're doing the fundraising to get it heated for the winter time so that they can continue their lessons. So I'll put the information in the description box. If anyone feels drawn to send a couple of dollars to his fundraiser, that would mean so much to him and the school community to be able to learn to swim in the winter time. So yeah, anyway, group 1, let's jump into the signs I see in your reading. We have Cancer here, Gemini, Taurus, Aries and Virgo are all here. So that could be you or someone you deal with. But anyway, let's jump into the past energy, starting with the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, sorry, and the Chariot. So starting with the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles can be many things, like the beginning of a project or a gift or some sort of start, some offering. And then with the Knight of Swords next to it, it makes me feel like something may have started and been full steam ahead. Or it could be a situation where there was a sense of urgency or not enough time, or things weren't thought through very carefully perhaps. That could be the case for some of you. So there might have been a project that you at first felt under a sense of urgency, but then over time you're building more confidence because we have the Chariot here. It could also be that a project sort of didn't go how you want it to, but you're moving forward with better things. There could be numerous meanings to this. It could be so multi-layered. There's something here that maybe there was a bit of thoughtlessness in an offering, because the Page of Swords can be that energy of just doing things quickly and not putting much care into it. And then the Chariot here, moving ahead. Chariot is about confidence, but we've also got a bit of a trip here. Maybe some of you have been on a trip recently with that energy of everyone driving. Now moving into the week ahead, you've got the King of Pentacles, which is really nice to see after the Page of Pentacles. It means that whatever's happened in the recent past, you're learning from it and you're becoming better, whether it's to do with your personal life or your business. It's something that shows character development here because the King has arrived. We have the Three of Cups after that, so there's some sort of celebration. We have the Lovers as well. This week ahead looks like a really good time for you to be celebrating and enjoying companionship, partnership, any choices you're making to deepen your commitments in life. We have the Six of Swords here as well. So whatever sort of thing happened here in the past, you can really see you're moving away from that onto better and bigger things. Your commitments are deepening. There's more clarity in your choices. You've got the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups here as well. So there's a lot of love and fertility. There's overwhelming emotional fulfillment here. You've got a lot of self-development with the Eight of Pentacles, and also a need to just let go of the stresses this week and stay focused on your projects in front of you. It's a bit of a continuum. I think it's been like that for a while for group 1. There's a lot of things that need your focus, but it's like you're able to do it with more clarity and more peace. That's what it feels like. In the area of challenge, you have got the Nine of Wands, so there's some sort of exhaustion or self-protection. Now, what will help with this challenge is the Three of Pentacles. So maybe it's to dealing with other people. You could be a little bit self-protective or uncertain, but what will help with the challenge is to really work together with others. The Three of Pentacles is collaboration and teamwork. Even when people have different backgrounds or life experiences, that everyone comes together and has something to contribute of value to the joint project. So maybe it's also about collaborating with someone, starting a new collaboration, or working wholeheartedly with the ones you already have. In the area of what you don't see coming, we have got the Four of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. Interesting cards, because it's like a wish fulfillment here, or maybe a birthday celebration for some of you. But there's disappointment here. With the Four of Cups, this person is feeling disappointed. This could be you, or it could be someone else. There could be something coming up that's like something someone really wanted, or maybe you really wanted, but it seems that there's some sort of disappointment wrapped up in this experience. I believe it's something you can navigate as it comes up, but it is here. There could be someone who's, this could be you, or it could be someone else, but someone is feeling like something's not fair with the Seven of Wands, or they feel like the stats are wrong, or yeah, but it's interesting to see wish fulfillment with disappointment together. So it'd be interesting to see how that shows up for you this week. Yeah, somebody might be a little bit guarded or protective, or like feel something should go a certain way and it didn't. So that's something that's still unfolding, because it's in the area of what you don't see coming. In the outcome, we have the Page of Cups, the Emperor, and the Page of Swords. So this Emperor has got a lot of learning energy around him. It could also be that you are the Emperor and you're teaching others. You've got people under your wing and you're helping guide them and teach them. There's a lot of creativity energy in your whole week, in your outcomes, in your work. Maybe you're a very creative person, or you've got lots of ideas. But you're learning a lot on the fly here as well. You're learning a lot about yourself. There's a lot of reflection going on here. This is also a card of platonic friendship, compassion, softness, kindness, forgiveness, understanding, meetings of the heart, heart-to-heart conversations. So there's a lot of that around you. It's like you're doing it all. You're learning, you're studying, you're exploring new avenues, but you're also, there's another part of you that seems to be softening a little bit as well. But it all supports the bigger dream and who you're becoming, the Emperor in the center there. Underlying energy is the Hierophant. So there's a lot of, I would call this a commitment energy. It's what it feels like, especially with the lovers in your reading. There seems to be commitments deepening. Things are growing. The World underneath that. Yeah, I feel like there's a sense of independence, and you're sort of growing into yourself or into something. In the oracles, you have the Salamander and Black Pepper with inspiration, which is really cool, because the next card you have is the Full Moon in Virgo with take inspired action. So when I see these cards unfolding as well, if there's something you feel in your heart you want to do, say, or give to somebody, this is the chance for you to take that inspired action. If there's something you feel called to do, now is a good time to do it, or very soon you'll feel it. But let's read the inspiration. It says, a new opportunity awaits. To fulfill it, you must remain inspired, applying your full energy to your creative endeavors. And then take inspired action is much the same. It's full moon in Virgo energy, so it's very studious. It's using the intellect that you have, the knowledge that you have. Sorry, that's the wrong book. Is it over here somewhere? I read the extra meanings and I wasn't sure about them for this group. It says tea tree essential oil adding to your diffuser, sitting comfortably and closing your eyes. Yeah, there's like it's the energy of a bounty or dreams coming true, things coming towards you that you really want, but it's needing you to take that inspired action. Finding the balance between dreaming big and being practical as well. You have the card of psychic protection with hemlock, and I think there was like a bit of that energy in the last week or so for group one with rituals and things, so do protect your energy. The poison of this card is a really great deck actually. It shows the poison and then the antidote. The poison is hemlock feels emotionally drained and physically exhausted after work and social interactions, often suffering from migraines. They leave themselves open to physical and spiritual energy vampires, as these individuals are attracted to their bright and open energy. The disempowered hemlock lives in fear. They have dabbled with contacting the spirit world, but unfortunately did not prepare themselves properly and left their thoughts open to lower entities that thrive upon an anxious and worried mind.
The antidote: before beginning any psychic work, Hemlock can call upon Archangel Michael for protection, goodness me, by imagining being bathed in a beam of electric blue light from this powerful angel. They can burn away the human worries and feel the calmness of their soul taking charge. As an antidote to their exhausting social interactions, they can imagine a beautiful, bright bubble of white light around them and call in their guides and angels as a light shield throughout their day. But yeah, I definitely feel that's an important one for group ones. You've had a bit of that protection energy around you. And kinesiology is a wonderful modality to see if anything is attached on the inside and clearing that as well. So you have a couple of tea leaf oracles as well to finish out your reading. We have Cobweb with protected from negative forces beyond your control. So there's definitely something going on, but you are protected. There is a wall with misunderstanding. Something might need to be cleared up. It could be in the area of that what you don't see coming energy. We have Arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. And you have Ring. A marriage will take place, either romance or business. So there's definitely this collaboration work going on here. There's definitely like being a part of a group, the Hierophant, the Three of Pentacles, even the Three of Cups. There's definitely some celebration and a deepening of commitment. So yeah, it looks like things are going well for group one. There's some challenges, but we all get those. That's normal. I'm going to leave it there for you, group one. Hopefully that resonated with you and gave you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance for the week ahead. I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Take care, group one. Hey, group two. Welcome to your reading. If you have chosen this sweet little pumice stone from a dormant volcano in Oregon, along with my shirt, and the other selections of today's readings are all from a beautiful follower, Ray, over in Oregon. So maybe you have some connection yourself to Oregon. I know I also wear a Utah shirt. I think that might have been what inspired her to send this one in. It's a bit of Oregon represent. So group two, definitely two. I feel like with the dormant volcano message, there might be actually exactly that going on in you, like something that's threatening to erupt. So just, I do think, be mindful. Also, pumice stones are quite often used to get the dead skin off as well. So it could be like a helping of a clearing away the dead, the old, the unusable, that sort of message as well. Maybe you've got some spring cleaning or clearing, or it could be more metaphorical, releasing some inner stuff as well. But be mindful of that dormant volcano. I do think there's a message in that for you. Another little shout out I'd like to make before I jump into your reading, the little crystal picker, as many of you know, it's my young son who chooses the crystals for the readings. He's trying to raise funds at the moment to turn the school pool into a heated option so that they can do their lessons in the wintertime as well. So I'll put the information in the description box. If anyone feels called to send a couple of dollars to his fundraiser for the school, that would mean the world to him. He's already halfway of his goal. So it's doing really, really well. Lots of family were happy to support him, and I know some of you would really love that opportunity as well. So I'm just going to put that out there. Either comment below and I'll reply with the link, or it's in the description box as well. I'll make sure it's there. So thank you very much, anyone who does that for him as well. So group two, let's jump into your reading. Starting with the signs I can see here is Sagittarius, Cancer, Taurus is here, Leo as well. Maybe Libra, Sagittarius and Aquarius up there. Cool, those are the main signs. Could be you, someone you deal with. It doesn't matter too much. Let's start with the past energy. We have the Queen of Pentacles, Temperance, Seven of Pentacles. Something's growing very slowly for you, group. I was going to say group three. Maybe you're drawn to group three. Group two, something is growing slowly. There's a lot of imagery here of romance and couples. So whether you're single or not, something is growing inside of you. Something you're invested in is coming in slowly, and it could be slower than you want. Maybe it is this idea of this partnership, or maybe it's something else to do with your business, your success in life, what it is you're here for. Either way, the energy is, it's already quite accomplished. You already are in this Queen of Pentacles energy. You already are very abundant, but there's something more you want.
And it's a matter of waiting, I think, for a lot of you, but also continued investment and attention and time and care with the Seven of Pentacles there. It's not seeing the results straight away, which is interesting because those cards sit below the card Horse and Bluebell with modest fortitude. And I'm inclined to just read it straight away because of the message that it has. It says to work quietly and consistently. The time to shine will present itself in the future. For now, focus on your process rather than its reward. The extra meanings, or the reflections, I should say, am I too focused on earning praise and not focused enough on the substance of my work? Or when is it worthwhile to push through adversity, and when is it better to rest? Definitely a really strong message after seeing this energy of balance and patience and investment in these two cards. So, and even the purple of the Temperance, like it's definitely a connection there. So be patient, be modest, and be well balanced in your approach to things, and you will have your time to shine in whatever that may be. And it could be very soon. The next card is the World, and this person is literally shining. So it could be right around the corner, something that you want or something you're waiting for, a breakthrough of some kind. You've got the Chariot after that as well. So there's definitely a fresh cycle here for you where you move forward with even more confidence, but there's still so much to learn. Page of Swords. There's still so much to learn. You've got, I'm going to say you've got a long way to go. And that's not a sentence. It's excitement. It's a blessing to get to have that far to go still. You have the Eight of Wands next as well. So there's lots of exchange of information this week. You're learning a lot of new things. Some of you, this is world travel. Six of Swords, Eight of Wands together on the World card, Chariot. These are all very strong travel cards. So some of you are traveling or moving overseas. There's definitely the strong message for someone with that, but not everyone, of course. We have this energy here of, I think there's a lot of conversations had this week, or at least a very important conversation you're having that helps clear the air with something, because someone might not quite understand where you're coming from, or you might not quite understand where they're coming from. But a conversation is going to clear the air and allow things to move forward a lot more peacefully. Six of Swords, allowing to put things to rest, let go of the overthinking or the concern in the mental realm, and just move through life with a bit more ease and grace. I think conversations are very important this week, the ones that you have. Focus on the positive is a message here as well in the new moon in Sagittarius, and to trust the universe, first quarter moon in Aquarius. So really, really important, especially all of this is stay humble, stay quiet, keep working, don't erupt yet. There's this, I like this pumice stone is cool. Do not erupt. Let things get easier. Communicate your issues or stresses with the people that you need to communicate that with. The end of the week does have the Nine of Swords and the Five of Wands, so there could be something that does erupt. The message is here. But just be mindful. Allow this reading to bring you a bit of peace and confirmation that you can navigate that stress. There may be an argument that's had that you're stressing over, that you're overthinking it or really worried about that. Or it could also be that you're trying to avoid an argument, really concerned that it's something will turn to an argument. And just learning how to communicate that so that it's from the heart and not an attack or whatever it needs to be, so that it's taken in a way that doesn't cause stress. There's definitely conversations needing to be had. In the area of challenge, you have the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. So it may mean that you feel like the groups around you at the moment you don't quite fit into because it's in the area of challenge, or you just find some of the characters you work with or in your community or in your social circles or something, there may be some characters that you're uncertain of, or you may not feel, Five of Pentacles, you may feel like left in the cold, or you don't quite fit, or you're not enough, or something's lacking there. What will help with the challenge though is the Four of Swords and Strength. This is a good time to just reflect on your values, stay true to yourself, have the courage to walk away if you need to. Just, I think it's the dormant volcano message here again of just staying strong enough to maybe contain the lava that wants to spill out. That could be the case as well. In fact, this card might be the time to pull this card. You've got Black Byrony, Catharsis. And this is the deck of the Poison and the Antidotes. It's a really brilliant deck. So we'll look at this card now. I think it's a good time. Byrony feels powerless and unable to express their anger safely. They wear a friendly expression on their face, but something is shimmering behind the eyes. and they anger easily but hide it quickly. They have learned to control their anger by stuffing it down, holding it in, and ignoring it. However, the anger will eventually creep up on them and express itself in weird ways, such as a strange outburst, overreaction, baffling crying, or an unexplained rash. The antidote. The presence of anger is a pure gift that shows us there are deeper issues at play. Rage shines a spotlight on past hurts that have been left unresolved and on strong feelings that uncover important personal boundaries that have been crossed too many times. Black Bryony can meditate and go within, which is exactly this card here, the Four of Swords, right? That's what can help with the challenge. Meditate and go within. Where am I up to? To discover what these past hurts and personal boundaries are and why they are so important. Once the answer has been uncovered and their anger safely expressed, the healing can begin. This process is beautifully cathartic. Yeah, that does really go with that part. There's definitely something you're needing to communicate, and there may be a lot of fear around your level of aggression when you speak or how it comes across, or so there's a little thought that's needed, a little meditation that's needed, but things can be communicated. That's it as well. It's like this is a new cycle for you, perhaps learning to communicate. Because the Eight of Swords is messages back and forwards. Eight of Wands, sorry. And the Page of Swords is curiosity and openness to learn. Confidence in the Chariot, new cycle with the world. So it's a new way of communicating that touches on things that are uncomfortable conversations that you can learn to have that can be constructive. In what you don't see coming, we have the King of Cups, the Three of Cups and the Three of Wands. There's definitely some heartfelt moment or celebration that is like on the horizon. And with the Three of Wands, it makes me feel like it's only the beginning. There's more to come of this. So this looks like it could be like a message around family, children, fatherhood with the King of Cups here around the children. It could be a time to celebrate with your family. There could be news of a birth. Definitely with the Three of Cups, or maybe you're waiting to hear of that as something maybe you're working towards. For some people, you may be trying to conceive. But it's in the area of what you don't see coming, meaning blessings, and it's only just begun. So lots to look forward to there. In the outcome section, we have the Two of Swords, the Empress, the Page of Cups. This is a time to really drop into your heart, to try not to overthink things, try not to logicalize things. Not everything will be able to be seen when we have the Two of Swords. It's that pull between the head and the heart. One minute you want to say or do this, the next minute you feel like, I should better relent or drop into my heart over here. Or there's a bit of a pull, a tug of war going on inside. But you know that you can really reflect deeply on where this is coming from and step into a more nurturing space with the Empress. You are very accomplished in how you navigate your emotions. It's just still a little deeper to dig, as always. We're never done here. We're still on Earth, so we've still got a ways to go, right? But the Empress is the Empress shows me that there's a lot of abundance around you, and again, a message of fertility, whether it's the birth of a child or something different. There's strong fertility in these cards that's on the horizon, something coming in, something to come to life here. There could also be an apology from you or from someone else with the Page of Cups here, or also deepening friendships, or like having more support around you with your friends, or finding friends that feel like you do fit. Maybe you felt like you haven't fit, and it's like you're still finding your way to people that feel good to be around. Maybe that's also a thing. There could been a change in your social circle, and that's something that's yet to come for you. It's like celebration with friends, good, I'm hearing sisterhood, that sort of thing. So in the oracles, we've already seen all of those oracles actually. Good, we went as we went. So we're just finishing up with the tea leaf oracle. I'm not feeling drawn to the pendulum today, maybe next week. But with the tea leaf, you have butterfly, a change for the better. You can see that here, definitely, especially in the area of communication for some of you. We have dagger with fear, worries, and tense situations. We see that here, but you can navigate that quite fine. You are the Empress. And then we have the apple, temptation will test you, and maybe you are tempted to erupt. Maybe you're tempted with something else. There's some sort of temptation, and be mindful of that there will cross your path, and you can choose wisely. So that's what I have for my group twos in this reading. And yeah, thank you so much for joining along in this journey. And also an extra thank you to anyone who does choose to support Jackson in his heated pool fundraising quest. It's very exciting for them. But that's what I have for my group twos, and I'll leave you there, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye. Hey group 3, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen this sweet little feather, all the way from Oregon actually, this feather along with the other items that were chosen for this reading came from one of the beautiful followers from this channel. Her name is Ray and she is from Oregon. The weird, wild and wonderful. And so yeah, maybe some of you have a connection to Oregon. Maybe that's the message for you. But this feather, I believe, is from a hawk, which is actually quite interesting because you have a color match and a sort of bird match with the eagle tea leaf oracle. Triumph over troubles and obstacles. And I love the color match. Hawks and eagles, I feel, are very similar. They have a very, very similar message in that they have a broad perspective of their situation. They can sort of see from a higher level. So maybe that's taking that wisdom there and seeing your situation from a step back, from a broader perspective. But yeah, these are lovely, lovely gifts sent in. So maybe you have a connection with Oregon yourself. I know I also wear a Utah t-shirt sometimes, and there's some people from Utah love to see it. So that's really cool. Another little shout out before I get into your reading, group 3, the little crystal picker. As many of you know, my young son Jackson chooses the crystals for the readings. And he's doing a little fundraiser for his school at the moment to raise money to turn their swimming pool into a heated one for the winter time so that they can keep their lessons going. I'm pretty sure they do actually keep the lessons going in the winter, but it's just ice cold for those students. So yeah, they are, swimming's very important to, for children to learn to swim. So yeah, he's doing a fundraiser, and if anyone feels called to support him with a few dollars to his fundraiser, I'll put the link in the description box, or if you comment down below if you're interested, I'll reply with the link. And yeah, that would be really, really wonderful. It would make his day. He's already halfway to his goal of his donations, so he's doing really well. Yeah, so hopefully he gets there. So yeah, let's jump into the reading, group 3. With some of the energies, I have Aquarius and Aries here. There's Cancer and Pisces. There's Leo and Aries, as well as Gemini. So lots of strong energy here. Could be you or someone you deal with, but it doesn't matter too much. Let's jump into the past energy for my group 3s. We're starting with the World, the 7 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups in the past energy. These cards show that a cycle, you may have been going through a cycle of feeling like you're constantly giving and trying and showing up, but it's resulted in a loss or a sadness. With the 5 of Cups here, there is a great sadness. So there has been something there was a lot of hope for, I do feel, and I still feel that there's hope for this situation. But at the moment, the 5 of Cups is in the present energy, and the next card after the 5 of Cups is the High Priestess, which means that there's a mystery unfolding in this situation. While you are very invested, 7 of Pentacles, you've shown up for this with not as much results as you would like by now. But the High Priestess is here, I believe, to say to you that there's still hope in the situation, or things can turn around and work out better than you would imagine. So maybe it's a particular outcome you wanted and that's not happened. It could be a different outcome for you. It could be something else. But the High Priestess is here to say that there's more unfolding than you realize. So let's have a look at what the week ahead holds. From the High Priestess, we have the 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, sorry, and the 4 of Cups. So it definitely shows that something you've wanted, especially given the World, the 7 of Pentacles, this is long-term goals you've got. This is something bigger. This is like where you want to end up in life, that type of thing. Interesting, my candle just sizzled. That's so strange. It's never done that before. It's just a typical pillar candle, and it just sizzled. I wonder what the message is around that. Maybe you've already got it, you know? There's something there. Yeah, so where was I even going? It does look like something like the long term, your outcomes of the long term, there's a sense of disappointment around that, feeling like maybe you're missing out on this beautiful family image, or the long term financial security, or the business thriving, the family together, that sort of thing. The 4 of Cups is here because there's a disappointment in this situation. But as you move ahead, we have the Chariot, the 8 of Swords, and the 6 of Wands. Although you have a lot of doubts and fears about this journey and manifesting what it is you want, The Chariot and the Six of Swords tells me keep going, you're going to get there. The Six of Wands is climbing up. This is a public victory. You're not quite at the top yet. And there's a lot of doubt with setbacks. Setbacks are always going to cause a lot of doubt and strain and tension, but through these experiences we're learning more. We've got the Chariot here, which is a building of confidence based in your past experiences. So maybe there's a need to review something. I'm just looking at the apple and I think of knowledge. So maybe there's something you need to learn more about to be able to build the success that you want. Maybe it's to do with your health, maybe it's to do with your business strategy, whatever it is to do with, there's some things that you can do to help give yourself an advantage. I really do feel that's, but look at this message here. You've got go for it with the Aries new moon, but you've also got the last quarter moon in Aquarius with reflect on your priorities. So there is a need to review. We've got a lot of retrogrades right now, a lot of review energy. Although Mercury's, I think, gone direct now, we still have a lot of other planets in retrograde. But you're still encouraged to go for it. You've got the Chariot here. Even though you may doubt the path ahead or when you're going to get what it is you want, you are encouraged to keep going, keep going. For some of you, there may be a need to release the particular outcome you want and just let spirit bring it in the way it's supposed to come. In the area of challenge, you have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is represented by a bit of a podium here. So if there's a sense of competition in your journey, it would be wise to just let that be, to step away from the sense of competition. It may bring you down. And what will help with the challenge is the Page of Pentacles. So just stay focused on yourself. Stay focused on bettering yourself and making your situation better. We've got these little invisible helpers here. Well, they're not invisible, but maybe to the untrained eye they would be. And they're collecting little acorns and helping this person out. So if you just stay in your lane, keep doing the right thing by yourself, by your mind, your body, and your spirit, and the people around you, you will see that you have a lot of little assistance coming and helping you. Help that you may not see. There's something around that, I do think. I think you've actually already got invisible help that you, without the trained eye, you can't quite recognize it. And some of you will be able to recognize it, others of you may not. But you have got help and support there helping you gather the resources you need to take you where you belong, where you're supposed to be. Underlying energy is the Lovers. Maybe for some of you it's about that perfect partnership, that someone to build a life with. You see that with the Ten of Pentacles here and the disappointment. Maybe it's that life you haven't had the chance to build with somebody yet. Maybe that's it. Not for everyone, but for some. A Nine of Pentacles can represent many things, but it's a card of independence and flourishing. There's a lot of abundance in that energy. And the Lovers is a choice, a commitment. It's not always about a divine loving partnership, although it can be. It's more about a commitment and a choice. We have the Ace of Wands under that. I see the King of Cups as well, the Seven of Cups, the Queen of Cups. It could be a relationship. The Two of Cups is here too. There could be a relationship that's distant or separated at this time. Or it could also be that you're still trying to figure out what type of partnership it is that you want to manifest. I don't know. It'll be different for everyone. For some of you, there's still an energy that's lingering that you may be having trouble to let go of. I see, and you may be watching over them. Six of Swords, Page of Swords, Ten of Swords. Yeah, definitely been an ending for some. Two of Wands, you're asked to go in a different direction from that person. If there has been a relationship that's ended, I do feel like for a lot of people there's a need to go in a different direction, and it will be something else or someone else that comes your way to build your success. For some of you, you may be in a situation that's still breaking down and you're unsure how to get out of it and move towards a better place. That could be it for some of you as well. Just sort of feeling sort of caught up in drama and maybe even mind games here with the Five of Swords. There can be a lot of mental manipulation and struggle in that area, but actually you've got the Pale here with time to get out of a situation. So there's definitely a message for some of you. So in the area of what you don't see coming, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Wands. Four of Pentacles is a blocked energy. Typically it's someone holding a pentacle above their heart. They're holding on to what they have. They're feeling a little bit blocked out and from other people, or potentially they're doing that on purpose because they want to protect their energy. They could have fears or anxiety around what's going on in a situation. So there's a lot of stress and blocked energy here. And here you have the Queen of Wands where a friend is sort of stopping her friend from burning herself. So you actually have the card here, Hand, in need of help, assistance or guidance. So you may be that there's a good friend around you that's trying to stop you from getting burned, and they really do care about you. So do be mindful to look out for that friend, and if they're there for you, recognize that they do only want to help you. There may be a lot of anxiety around that situation, but yeah, there's definitely someone who wants to see you shine, because the the Queen of Wands, sorry, is leadership. It's a really high quality energy. It's mystical, it trusts in the art of manifestation and magic, and there's support in that energy, I do feel. Maybe you're blocking that person, maybe there's something happened, you wanted to take space from them, or it could be another situation entirely, but there's little unseen helpers that are not getting in here though, so be mindful of your thinking, be mindful of fixed attitudes and thoughts, and rumination and things, and because there's definitely helpers that are around you and wanting to help, but there's also there's also chaos. You know, be mindful of the thoughts that lead to chaos and trying to figure things out. In the outcome, we have the Moon, Strength, and the Emperor. These are all major arcana, so it really shows that your life is being taken in a different direction. There's a new cycle here for you. Although the old cycle seems to be still crumbling around you, there is a new cycle that's being born. I do feel like there's a lot of deep-seated fears that need to be maybe challenged here. This can also be illusions as well. The Moon is that subconscious area, and it can be full of murky energy. The Strength is asking you to have strength over that thing that pulls you into the depths, and stay focused on your goals. Emperor, represented by a woman here. She's got the pot cooking in the background. She's making the phone call. She's got the appointment. So this is like getting your life together stuff, showing up, doing what's required, being your own boss, setting yourself up for success, and coming out of these ideations, maybe even obsessions or fears that can come from that Moon energy. Having strength to not let that pull you back in, and to really stay focused on your path. You're doing well. In the area of the oracles, we have the card, the Trout and Lily of the Valley with Purification. And this card says, your difficulties are subsiding and happiness will soon be restored. Now is the perfect time for quiet meditation and deep introspection. Some of the what are they called, reflections, is there a harmony within my personal ecosystem, and how do I tell the difference between a toxic person, situation or idea and one that is required for balance? That's interesting reflection for sure. In your Moon cards, you have the last quarter moon in Aquarius. I think I already showed you this, yeah. The new moon in Aries. So you've got reflect on your priorities and then go for it. You really are encouraged here to not let fears get in the way, setbacks get in the way, trust that there really are wonderful things lining up for you. You have the card Holly. This is the wonderful deck, Deadly Apothecary, where we look at the poison and the antidote. I love this deck. It really helps sort of just check yourself at times. I know when I feel like, oh, there's some poison in me, I know I'm thinking about something wrong, I'll grab one of these decks and it always puts me where I need to be. Always. I love it. So the Holly. The disempowered Holly is jealous of the good fortune of others. They like to judge others' spending habits on nice things or lavish holidays, often stating that these people would be better off donating to charity. They become very envious and deeply feel the lack of indulgence in their own life, choosing to be offended by displays of wealth, which makes them very unhappy. There's nothing wrong with Holly wanting good fortune and comfort for themselves, but their poisonous behaviour demeans others for the enjoyment of wealth. They feel righteous when they disapprove of other people's prosperity, which makes them feel better about their own feelings of lack. The antidote. Holly can give themselves permission to enjoy little luxuries without breaking the bank. They can accept that having money does not make you a bad person, but instead adds to the enjoyment of life and helps others. They must realize that other people's finances are none of their business and concentrate on their own wealth. Rejoicing in the good fortune of others and imagining prosperity for themselves opens channels for receiving. Holly deserves more and can practice allowing more. I love that message. Take it as it resonates. You have the tea leaf oracles to finish your reading. I'm going to leave the pendulum till next week. But first we had the eagle, which you saw accompanied quite nicely with this feather. Look at the colors, the brown, the red. It's just amazing. I really love that. So have a broader perspective of this situation. Try not to get too bogged down in the details. You've got that card of hand, and I do feel there is a good friend or maybe multiple friends. Don't be afraid to ask for help or lean into the supports that they have to give you. Pale time to get out of a situation. And we also had wreath with sorrow over loss, and that I think accompanies the Five of Cups as well. But you can trust with this High Priestess and the Six of Wands in your reading. They like cap your week ahead. It's like you can't see it all right now, but you've got to trust. Keep going. You're going to be climbing up to a beautiful success that makes you very happy. So group 3, that's what I have for you in this reading. I hope that it has resonated. An extra little thank you to anyone who decides to support Jackson in his fundraising efforts. And yeah, hopefully that gave you some sort of comfort, clarity and guidance. And I look forward to reading with you all again soon. Bye group 3.